All right, out here checking on the millet field, and we've got a lot of millet, and not the first sunflower in here. I don't know if the deer ate all the sunflowers or the sunflowers just didn't have a chance with all the millet, but we're already starting to go to seed, and it is very early, but we've still got a lot of young plants in here, and I'd say we're about 3 foot tall. On the opposite side over here in the millet field, and if you recall, we planted both sunflowers and millet in here, and I didn't see any sunflowers on the other side, but there are some over here still hanging in there. It's just with all the millet, there's a lot of competition, but I'm okay with that because Dad says he sees 6, 7 deer out here in the evenings foraging around, and I know they're not eating the millet. So they're in here picking out these sunflowers, and every single sunflower that gets eaten over here takes pressure off of that field right there. So I do like blending this field. It's just a clear field variety of sunflowers, an expensive way to do it. So what I may do next year in my millet fields is just use a standard black oil Perdovic to spread out here in with the millet, and then let the deer focus on eating the black oil sunflowers and not the expensive clear fields. But we are certainly off to a fantastic start with this millet. 1.25 acres of, I'd say, 100% coverage of the brown top millet. So if you've been following both years, you know we've got a deer problem out here. Well, it holds true again this year. This field that is unprotected is over a quarter eat out, where the deer, it looks like a weed eater came through here. The deer have just decimated this crop out here. I'd say the middle half is beautiful, and it'll probably make on to maturity given the size of it now. But this is why we plant heavy. And this is why we just spent a couple hours and a couple $100 fencing off that upper field, because this is way too much work and money to have this right here. Down here at the other end, and same exact story. Deer have eaten out a quarter end of this field. We've got fantastic grass control, really good pre-emergent, good germination, but unless you're gonna fence it off or outplant them, you can't beat the deer. But the field is looking fantastic. All the grass we sprayed is dead, and we did not spray the middle. That's the path, if you recall. But everywhere we sprayed is looking really nice. So this field is officially protected, I do believe. We got the outside runner. We bumped it up to about almost 2 feet. 2 inside hot runners, and then a third higher one Dad strung around here to help get a little bit more height out of here, so these deer have a little bit more trouble navigating this. But I think we have made significant progress since last year protecting these sunflowers. We're calling a quick audible here. So you saw the upper end of this field was completely eat out from the deer, along with that far end. So yesterday Dad hopped on the tractor and has tilled under all the eaten sunflowers. I ran by the farm supply yesterday and got a bag of Japanese millet. They did not have any brown top millet in stock, and because I had to plant today, went ahead and grabbed what they had. So we'll have battle of the millets out here. We'll have brown top in the backfield, and we'll have Japanese millet up here in this field. Now, the one unknown is, will the pre-emergence affect the growth of the Japanese millet? I don't know, but Dad ran the tiller as deep as he could. I think it runs to about 6 inches. So hopefully all that pre-emergent got worked down deep in the soil, and that won't prevent the Japanese millet from germinating. But if it doesn't germinate, we'll know why, because Japanese millet will germinate pretty much anywhere in any condition. So let's get some millet in the ground, get it cultipacked in. They know what's going on. All right, got 50 pounds of Japanese millet. We do not need 50 pounds. I think we're only planting a quarter acre here at the most. So we'll probably put maybe 15 pounds out just using the bag seeder. And then after we spread it, Dad's gonna cultipack it in. . rabbit was out here. Very nice. While Dad's finishing the coulter packing, I'm gonna go spread the other end of this field. Pit stopping here real quick to show you something. Although a lot of these plants look tall and healthy, the center of them that actually buds out are clipped off. All 4 or 5 of these plants, just right here, 6, 7, 8, 9. So out of these 10 plants right here, only 2 of these actually still have buds remaining. So you see a lot of foliage out here. But the deer have certainly left their mark. I'd say 1 out of every 10 plants actually has a bud on it. None of these have buds. None of these in the frame right now have buds on them. That hurts. That's why we've got electric fence up now, because that's entirely too much time and money for a deer to eat out an entire ½ acre of sunflowers. This end is significantly smaller, but again, something is better than nothing. And I'm actually probably going to go ahead and overseed all the way into here, because the deer have eaten the tops out of all of these. Again, I don't know if the pre-emergent and the Amazamox is going to prevent germination, but we will find out. Millet seed is cheap. Took about 2 seconds. Bag seeder is always nice. So again, millet's cheap. I don't mind throwing it in here late in the 4th quarter and just get something in this field the doves will eat. One of the guys asked for a comparison between the protected field and the unprotected field. There is no comparison. One of these is not like the other. We got this electric fence up just in time. I know there's some predation over there and a little bit along the edges, but this field is almost, I'd say 90% covered with sunflowers, minus that very upper end up there that got eat out pretty early. Night and day difference. There is no comparison. So for about $400 in materials, the electric fence, and I'd say 3-4 hours, man hours all combined, it saved this entire field. So no brainer. The electric fence works, and if you're going to put the money and time into it, highly recommend it. So thank you for everybody that was encouraging that. Dad's getting the last of this millet coulter packed on the upper end. We'll head down the lower end, pack that in, and we are done. So I hope you enjoyed this update video. As this Japanese millet matures out, we'll update you again. And as you can see in the earlier shots, there's night and day difference in these sunflower fields, what was protected versus not protected. So I'll update you guys again, probably when we have blooms on the sunflowers. We'll do another video. Catch you on the next one. Richard's not home.